everyone. My name is Dr. Edt811, your facilitator on Edt811. Today's lesson we focus on the study guide, and then the study guide, how you can walk through the lesson, how you can walk through the course, and the focus will be on Edt811, where we will be looking into the brief introduction, and then we'll be looking into the course objective, the study unit, and how we can get best from this course. Remember, this course is 2 credits and it's very, very important. More of this we'll discuss about it in the class. Let's go to the class. You're welcome. You're welcome again. This is Dr. Badmus Edt811, and this is the first lesson on educational Edt811. That is the theories of communication and philosophical basis of instructional media. And for this lesson, we are going to walk through the study guide, where it will show us how we can get the best from this course. Now, what are we going to learn for this lesson? We're going to introduce to ourselves this course, then we're able to see the objectives of this course, then the study unit that contain all the content to be learned, and how to get the most from this course. Let's move on. Now, Edt811 is a course code where theories of communication and philosophical basis of instructional materials, instructional media is the course title, and the course is very compulsory. It's compulsory and it's a true credit course for postgraduate students in educational technology. So the course is designed for students to be acquainted with relevant knowledge on theories of communication and the method at which information and communication can be processed effectively. So the course contains 18 units, which are written in modular forms, that is in modules. So this will be discussed later, and we're able to see it. What are the purpose of this course? Very, very important that we know as the student. Now, the first one is to expose the student to the meaning of theory, then to the theories of communication. There are so many theories, the theory of communication, and then the next one is to expose us to the concept of communication itself. Then the next one is to know about the communication process. That is one of the purpose too. Then we'll discuss, to also know the mode, expose us to the mode of communication. So the method at which communication can be done or processed. Then it exposes us to teaching learning process versus communication process. So this also we're able to know them. Then the concept of philosophy and some educational philosopher with emphasis on the use of instructional media. Now, what are the objectives of this course? What are the objectives of this course? That is, what are the learning outcomes? What are the expectations of this course at the end of the course? By the time we finish after we've written the exam. So at the end of this course, as a student, you should be able to one, define theory. So able to define theories. There are a lot of the objectives. By the time you finish the exam, you should be able to define theory. You should be able to explain communication theories. Then we should be able to discuss some definition of communication theory. So there are a lot of definition over as regard to communication theories. So then also we should be able to define communication and explain what communication involves. So these are very important that are expecting from us. Then we should be able to describe the nature of communication. Then there are also by the end of this lesson, we should be able to mention types of communication, and then we're able to enumerate purpose of communication. All this, they are also inside the coursework. So that we should be able to explain the components of communication. These are the things that we are going to learn. These are the things expected that at the end of the course you should know. Then another one is we should discuss the factors that are affecting communication. It's going to be learned as well. Then we should be able to discuss communication process. Then also we should be able to mention the principles of communication. So the principle of communication, we should be able to state the barriers to communication. Barriers means something that affects communication, or something that causes ineffective communication. Then as well, we should be able to explain classroom communication. Classroom communication, does that mean that that there are another communication in the classroom? Yes, there are some communication that only meant for classroom, and the way that we respect them. So it's also part of the course that we must be learned. Then as well, we should be able to state the prerequisites for effective communication in the classroom. Those things that require for effective communication in the classroom. So we will know this also, and it's expected that we also know them. Then we have mentioned some conditions for good communication in the classroom. So we see that all these things, they are centered classroom situation. They are centered on classroom situation. So there are a lot of things to be learned, and we also follow it up. We learn them. Then we should be able to mention different media of communication in the classroom. Different media of communication. That is, media means materials. That is, different materials that can be used for effective classroom. Then we should be able to examine the barriers to classroom communication. Then examine the barriers to effective communication in the classroom. So what are we going to learn? The course unit. The course units are divided into 12, which has 6 modules, and the first one is theory of communication, which has 3 units, and that 3 unit is we have meaning of theory, definition of communication theories, some definition of communication theories. These also are very, very important. Now you are welcome. This study unit, and the study unit contain all the courses, all the sub-headings that's to be discussed, to be learned on this Edt811. We have about 18 study units, 18 units, and these 18 units also have sub-headings. So they are arranged or written in modular form in modules. We have 6 modules for this study unit. The first one is theory of communication. Under this theory of communication, we have 3 units, and the 3 units we have many. That is where we're going to learn about many of theories, communication, definition of communication theories, some definition of communication theories. So the second one is definition of communication. This also one has 3 units, and under this we're going to learn concept of communication, nature, purposes and type of communication, and also objective and dimension of communication. This definition of communication is one module that has 3 units. So the next one is communication process. There is another modules that has 3 units, and the units they are one, that is definition of communication, principles of communication, barriers of effective communication, and then the next one will be teaching learning process versus communication. So this is where the classroom comes in. So under this we have 3 units as well, and the first unit that we'll be discussing is on classroom communication. So classroom communication, that will be giving another definition of communication as related to the classroom. So then we'll be discussing about the prerequisites and condition for effective communication, then as well media of communication and barrier to effective classroom and effective communication in the classroom. So number 5, that is the models of communication, and it also has 3 units, and then the last one is a concept of philosophy and some educational philosophers with emphasis on instructional media. These are the modules and their units that we are going to walk through for this course. Now, how to get the best from this course? How to get the best from this course? If at all we want to pass very well, and we know this is a master course, and the pass grade is 50. So the pass mark is 50 mark. So how do we get the best from this course? The first one is we need to read our course materials. The course materials, we have hard copy and we have online, the soft copy. You can, anywhere you find yourself, you can teach and you can learn. You can as well read your book. So the next one is to attend online Zoom classes. So classes have started now. So this one is just introduction to the course and how we can get best from this course. And by next lesson, so we start with the topic 1. So attending classes will be of great benefit. So very, very important to us. The next one is to watch instructional videos. So if video is attached to every lesson or topic that's going to be taught in the classroom, so we can watch ahead the lesson, the class, so that we can have some question while we are on live class to ask from the facilitator. So let's watch the instructional video. Then we participate very well in the discussion forum. So discussion forum, we if you go to the virtual learning environment, you see the discussion forum there. There's what we call asynchronous learning and synchronous learning. So synchronous one is the live class where we can see ourselves and ask questions. So at the end of the lesson, we can as well go to the learning environment and learn asynchronously by watching the video, answer the question on the discussion forums. So all this, they are very, very helpful and will assist us. The next one is walk through the study unit. All the study units that we've mentioned, that we've analyzed, that contains information for this course, we need to get through of them. We need to start from the unit 1 to the last unit, which is unit 18. So let's familiarize ourselves to all the information under this unit, and I'm very sure that the best result will come out from this. So the last one is to do very well in our TMA, and the exam. So if we can do all this, I bet you at the end of the day we'll be able to laugh and thank ourselves for the effort being done. So thank you so much. Thank you very much. My name again is Dr. Edt811. We'll see again in the next class. Thank you and goodbye. Thank you.